If there's one thing I love, it's Steam Next Fest, a collection of demos from all sorts of developers showcasing the near infinite amount of indie games currently being developed. If you've ever been one to browse this showcase, you may very well know that it can be overwhelming. Literal thousands of demos at your fingertips. Let me provide a small amount of help and showcase just a small selection of games that you can play right now. If you enjoy anything you see in this video, be sure to check the description below for links and wishlist those you want to see more of in the future. This lets you remember them at release and helps the developers get noticed and have their games featured to more Steam users. Let's take a look. First off, we have All Living Things, a first-time release from publisher and developer Moxo. I was drawn to this game by its incredible stop-motion animation and striking visuals. The Steam description refers to itself as an animated art book puzzle game inspired by a 15th century alchemical manuscript called the Ripley Scroll. This run required me to find the right hidden words through logic, or in my case, trial and error, to progress through each of the unique stages. If you are drawn to the art style, you'll find a short but satisfying puzzle game within. Very neat and very unique. Next up, from the minds of the creators of Ape Out and Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, we have a game I've been following forever, Baby Steps. This is a game about putting one foot in front of the other and climbing that mountain. Comedic writing, fantastic mood and tone, and a surprisingly open world. Baby Steps has something for everyone. When I first saw this game, I assumed it was a 3D walking simulator that takes place on rails. Immediately, I was surprised by how fun it was to walk around, and I quickly learned that I had underestimated the scope as the world sprawled out in front of me. Early on, I took a massive tumble, and found myself not back at the beginning of the mountain, but instead on a whole new uncharted path. I don't know where we're going, but down seems bad. Do I just give into it? Like what? Even the audio design in this game is incredible. Just listen to these jams. Baby Steps is a game you need to play for yourself to truly understand, and this one drops in just a few months on September 8th, 2025. Chess, one of the oldest board games known to man. Passant, a chess roguelike, brought to us by Montaged Games, takes a well-beloved game and turns it on its head by adding piece mutations, bonus tokens, a shop, and waves of enemies. Explore brand new pieces, such as the enemy-stopping courtesan, which blocks surrounding pieces from attacking, or some of the upgraded pieces I found in my time with the game, such as the Dragon King, which has both the properties of the Queen and the King, or the Princess, a powerful knight with increased bishop-style mobility. The game also plays with concepts of chance, using the unstable man piece, which has a 1 in 3 odds of destroying itself when it takes another piece. Multiple win conditions and randomly generated shops keep the game fast-paced and fresh, encouraging replayability. I struggle to make it very far because, well, I'm not the greatest chess player, but I would love to see some high-end players take on the challenge. Passant, a chess roguelike, is currently slated to release on August 11th, 2025. As one of my favorite game developers, when Zachtronics shuttered recently, I was heartbroken. Even though their games tended to melt my brain a bit, I always loved their approach to game design and complex puzzle systems. When a team comprised of much of the original Zachtronics roster was recently announced to be coming back under the studio name Coincidence, I was immediately all ears. That game is Kaizen, a Factory Story, a game about automation through assembling and dismantling of electronics. This demo is mostly just a tutorial showcase of what the full game will offer when it releases on July 14th of 2025, and things are looking extremely promising. A stylized story taking place in 1980s Japan with a simple yet effective cutscene system, you are tasked with setting up production lines through welding, riveting, and more. Compare your scores and costs to the community through ever-increasingly complex gadgets and toys. If you've ever played a Zachtronics game, you'll know what exactly to expect here. I know I am ready to play hours of it before I am pummeled by the difficulty, and I mean this in a purely complimentary way. Ball Pit? Ball X Pit? Ball Cross Pit? However you want to say it, this one comes from developer Kenny Sun and takes the Breakout formula and adds on survival roguelite elements and even base building mechanics. Fighting hordes of enemies was a ton of fun, and I had to force myself to stop playing this one after a couple runs. Making powerful builds feels fantastic, and there are a large variety of items to support many different playstyles. Different unlockable characters and classes keep this one original and fresh. In a genre that recently has been a bit oversaturated, Ball Pit manages to stand out, and I'm looking forward to trying this one out when it releases in the future. The biggest surprise of the games I tried out was Locator, an upcoming game from developer Empty Exhibit. This 45-minute demo takes the concept of GeoGuessr and brings it to an alien world. The goal is to track down missing archaeologist Abigail Ladari by looking through various journal entries and pinpointing photos onto a map to track her location and find out more about the mysterious world. If you've ever played a deduction investigation game, such as Return of the Obra Dinn, the Golden Idol series, or even one of my favorite games of this year, The Root Trees Are Dead, when you lock in 3 coordinates correctly, they will reveal themselves to be true and help you progress in the game. Initially, I thought this concept might be too simple and easy, but let me tell you, the puzzle design is fantastic, and by the end of the demo, I was beginning to struggle. I'm really excited to see where this game heads in the future upon release. This will be a day one purchase for me for sure. Speaking of maps, next up we have a similar yet very different cartography game in Map, a game about maps. From the studio Potpourri Games, in Map, you are on the ground trying to map locations to the world using deduction, footsteps, and logic. I had a lot of fun counting my steps and plotting markers on the map. As the demo continued, I found the puzzle solving to actually get fairly difficult as I became disoriented to the directions of the compasses scattered around the maps. My pins became further and further away from the target as every direction began feeling like north. Don't let this discourage you though. I assure you, this was just me taking things for granted. Using tools and various markers became fun, and hidden treasure chests encourage leaving the path. Cannot wait to see what additional ones are given in the future, or even what the final revealed tool will change about the world. If you've ever wanted to be a cartographer, this is the game for you. Puzzling Places is a 3D puzzle game created for VR and PC by developer Realities.io Inc. It's one of the games that surprised me because I went in expecting just a simple, casual puzzle game and came out very surprised by the complexity a third dimension adds to jigsaw puzzles. Create 3D dioramas that animate and move in a variety of modes and difficulties, from a casual arcade mode to a hardcore 400-piece puzzle where anything goes. While I did have a few minor control issues playing on my computer monitor and trying to move the pieces in the 3D space, it did not detract from my enjoyment on this one. This feels like a game that would thrive even more in VR. A simple concept, but had a great deal of fun with it. Finally, one of my favorite games from this event was Bits and Bops from Tempo Lab Games. Look, this game is obviously influenced by Rhythm Heaven, but it's in a true love letter fashion. It really nails every small detail that makes that game series special. While the full release is touted as having over 20 mini-games, the demo features 4 of them, and has you repeating and memorizing different rhythmic patterns to get through each brightly animated stage. The game feels fantastic, it has a great sense of humor, and the music is spectacular. Bits and Bops is absolutely charming, and it's currently slotted to be launching in Q3 of 2025. And there you have it. This has been a showcase of just a small amount of Steam demos that I enjoyed during this Steam Next Fest. Remember, there are literal thousands of demos available in these events, so go find some gems yourself. If you liked any of these games, please check them out and consider giving them a wish list on Steam via the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Got some demos I didn't show in this video that you loved? Let me know about them. I also streamed some of these games live on Twitch, as I tend to do with most Next Fest events. Consider following me over there at twitch.tv/braktheman for more content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.